I have the pleasure now to moderate an important debate. What does our Second Amendment mean? Some say it just means preparedness that citizens will have a weapon in their home to defend against a military crisis. It's just a militia provision so that we can be a Switzerland or an Israel where there's guns and people know how to use them at the moment of need. Others say it goes much further than that, as Dr. Ben Carson so eloquently said last night. Sometimes they're not only needed for us to defend ourselves against violence in our own community or at the very door of our own home, but sometimes they may be needed to defend ourselves against a government that got out of control itself. Topic for the next half hour, therefore, gun rights versus gun control, which keeps America safer. And to introduce our debate adversaries, I want you to meet Elizabeth Armstrong.
Thank you, Senator. As a nation, we were saddened by the massacre in Charleston a few weeks ago, and here in Colorado, we've been hit hard by gun violence. Arapahoe, Aurora, and Columbine. But taking a look farther back into our past, we also remember a time where our forefathers reserved the right to bear arms so that we could always defend ourselves against oppressors. All this to say, the issue of gun control has emerged as one of the most emotional and polarizing topics in our country today. This morning, we have two journalists joining us to debate and illuminate the issues surrounding the Second Amendment. Arguing the affirmative is Katie Pavlich. Ms. Pavlich is an Arizona native who graduated with a degree in broadcast journalism from the University of Arizona. At the age of 26, she's the editor for townhall.com, a columnist for The Hill, a Fox News contributor, and a former National Review Fellow. Katie is also the author of 2 books, Fast and Furious, Barack Obama's Bloodiest Scandal and its Shameless Cover-Up, and Assault and Flattery, The Truth About the Left and Their War on Women. She will be signing these books immediately following the debate. Not arguing the negative is Mark Levine. Mr. Levine graduated from Harvard University with a degree in economics, was a Fulbright Scholar in Switzerland, and earned his JD from Yale Law School. He has served as a trial rights attorney, a gay rights advocate, and as the legislative counsel to Congressman Barney Frank. Mark currently hosts a nationally syndicated radio show, works as an investigative journalist, and has appeared as a pundit on every major television news network. He will soon also be representing Virginia's 45th District in the State House of Delegates. We are so thrilled to be joined by such great minds. Please help me welcome Katie Pavlich and Mark Levine.
Some of you were here last night when the Bill Armstrong congressional and Senate staff, dozens of them, assembled for a reunion picture. I think Mark Levine would love to have any of you join him after the debate for the Barney Frank staff reunion picture. We have a very small camera for that, Mark, but welcome.
Thank you, John.
And Katie, as for you, as I reviewed the literally thousands of summit guests and delegates this weekend, I thought I saw some folks named Pavlich. Have you got a rooting section out here?
I do. My parents are here up from Arizona, so thanks, Mom and Dad, for coming. They're the reason I'm political. They're bigger nerds than I am, and they're just having an awesome weekend. So thank you to John for making sure they had a good time.
We loved having you at the summit last year, Katie, and thanks for coming back. And Mark, you are tied with Richard Fowler for the Good Sport Award to come into what might not be the friendliest crowd, but we're going to give you the most courteous hearing. Anytime you start with low expectations, it's mostly upside, right?
Absolutely.